Hey, what's up? It's TK from A Girl's Essence. Now, I want you to think about your favorite relationship. It could be with your mom, your sister, your dad, your best friend, your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend. I want you to think about them for a second. And I want you to tell me, have you ever had a not so great day with them? Maybe you've had a fight or there's been tension between you. Now, how people resolve tension or how people kind of work things out varies depending on the relationship and who the people are. Sometimes it might just take minutes. Sometimes if you have friends who used to hold grudges, it could seem like months before things are resolved. Now, everyone has their own rules. I know for my sister and I, we don't let ourselves go to sleep unless we've worked everything out. This is when we used to live in the same house together. If we had a fight or something didn't quite go to plan, we would always make sure we'd sit down, kind of swallow our pride and work things out before we went to sleep. So you might have your own technique of how to do it. Perhaps it's effective, perhaps it's not so effective. Today I'm going to show you a really cool exercise or a really cool tool that I learned that can help you effectively and rapidly start to get the amending process under control. So this technique works for 4 different reasons. The first reason is it actually assumes that everyone wants to feel good. You're in a relationship or you have that person in your life because you want to feel good. Regardless of whether it's mom and dad and you're kind of genetically stuck with them, you still want to be in a relationship that 9 times out of 10 you're having a good day, not a not so good day. So the first reason it works is because everyone wants to feel good, and you tend to feel good when you're on good terms with each other, not when you're fighting. The second reason why it works is because you actually apologize. So many of us have things happen and we don't want to swallow our pride and actually apologize for what we've done. So yeah, we actually apologize. This is the second reason why it works. The third reason why this technique rocks is because it actually gets you to take ownership and responsibility for what happened. Many times we are very quick to negate what happened or deny it, or even if we do kind of know that we're part at fault for why we're in an argument, we really tend to own up to it. So this is really good because it says, hey, you know what, I actually had a part to play and I'm acknowledging it, and you go on to then apologize. The fourth reason why this works is it actually gets you to ask the other person what would make it right. How do I show you that I am sorry? What is your recipe for forgiveness? Because unless you really know that, even like what you think might make it right may not be what actually makes it right. Say you broke mum's vase, her favorite vase in the world that holds her flowers. You might think, okay, if I just buy her another one, it'll be okay. Where it might actually be the process of going, hey mum, look, you know what, I actually broke a vase, I'm really sorry. That could be enough for her just to go, you know what, my girl's owned up. So it's really interesting to see sometimes what the other person responds with, because it may not be what you have or what you would have thought would have made it right. So what is this technique? It's a 4-part apology technique that I learned from Green Supercamp. If you haven't checked out the work of Bobbi Deporter and her amazing stuff that she does with teens all across the world that started in America, check out Supercamp because it is a fantastic 10-day leadership program. So the technique is called AAMR, so AAMR, AAMR. It has 4 parts. The first part is to actually acknowledge what it is that you've done wrong. So taking ownership, owning up and going, like, this is exactly what happened. The second part is to actually apologize. Now, we use the word I apologize rather than I'm sorry, because sorry started to lose its weight in our language. For instance, how many times have you said sorry, like, you know, you're walking down the street and you bump into someone because you're on your phone, you're just like, sorry, or something happens. Sorry is so easily thrown away nowadays. Whereas the word apologize is rarely said, or a lot less said than sorry. So when you say apologize, it really stands out and sticks out, and also shows that you're using your words with intention. So first step, acknowledge. Second step, apologize. The third step is, how can I make it right? It's an actual question that you ask the person. Look, this relationship means a lot to me, and I want to show you that I really am genuinely apologetic for what happened. How can I make it right? And then you get the response from that person. Please note as well is whatever you're apologizing for, the make it right should match up. For instance, say you broke Mum's vase. If she asked for a new vase, you know, that's kind of like a level playing field. That's a reasonable response. Whereas if Mum asked, you know, I want a brand new car, or you know, rent's going to get raised like $50 for the rest of your life or something, it may not be as level playing field, or I guess an accurate or reasonable response to that. So just make sure whether you're the one apologizing or be apologized to, that your response matches up with what's happened. And the fourth component is recommit. Recommit is all about going, okay, I hear you. In order to make it right, I need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm absolutely committed to doing that because this means a lot to me. You and I want our relationship to continue to blossom. Another thing I want to throw in about recommit is it's all about walking your talk. So if they say, look, next time please make sure that, you know, for instance, Mum, please make sure that, you know, all my delicates and breakables are out of the way if you're having friends over, you actually do it. Because if you didn't, it's kind of a sign of disrespect, or you didn't really take on board what they heard or what they said, and you didn't really hear what they said. So really make sure in the recommit section that you're actually following through, because you don't want to be that person that throws away these really cool apologies but doesn't act like it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't hold weight. So if you're wanting to know how a mister looks and putting it into action, I have recorded 3 separate scenarios on a separate video. Check those out and you'll see how easily it flows, and it can really start to make amends very quickly in your life. So even I'm a little bit clumsy in how I say it, but the fact that you're actively trying to repair a relationship and say, hey, this means a lot to me. I might have like the most eloquent speech, but I care about you and I want to make it up to you and I want us to be cool again. That's going to mean something. I know at least if someone turned around and said that to me straight away, I'd be like, you know what, cool, let's just keep carrying on, because I know that this relationship means enough that you're prepared to work on it and we're going to work on it together. So, A, mister, acknowledge, apologize, make it right, recommit. Super easy and super great for just amending things straight away, or at least a lot more effectively than like, you know, having this awkward, like, I don't know what to say, I'm kind of sorry, but I don't know how to say it, and like, I think I'll just buy you a new vase because I think that's what you want. No more guessing, very simple, very easy to do. And to your happiness, the relationships with your friends and family and loved ones, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.